Hello and good day, my friends. Welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Last time we were together, we did a lot of planet hopping, mostly just tying up a lot of loose end side quests. We got to meet Giles' family, we confessed our feelings for Vetra. Oh, actually, that brings up a really good point. I should show you this. I was just checking through the emails to make sure there wasn't anything new, and I got this. So, this email is titled, I told Sid to Ryder from Vetra, which may have been the worst thing I ever done because she won't shut up about it. She thinks it's the cutest because you're so tiny. At least she got the Ryder path found the way to your heart and other things joke out of the way early. Sigh. Worth it because of you, V. So what? Do I have to say R or S? I don't know. It's like, do I say Ryder or Scott? It's kind of confusing. But anyways, so we got that email from Vetra, and that was all nice and cute and dandy. We also made a deal with the Primus, which I'm not sure if I'm going to regret later or not. But without any further ado, what we're here to do now is we're beginning our quest to go to the Meridian. So we're back here at the Nexus, and it's kind of cool. You can actually see that all three arcs are there. You can't kind of see the third one because it's kind of parked behind the pillar, but that's the Hyperion. The Asari is over there, and that's the Solarian one on the left. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's kind of sad dash bit annoying that we can't have the Turian one here. It's like, okay, yeah, it can't go anywhere, but you could tow it for a long time. Anyways, so we're now here, and we got to find out what we're going to do about the Meridian. So, without further ado, guys, let's begin this mission. And after we land, I'm going to go straight to the meeting to maximize our video time. I'll make sure to include anything if anything happens. See you at the meeting!
Hello again.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Ryder made a sentimental choice saving those Krogan. He looked at them and thought of you.
Ryder's his own person. Just admit you don't like Krogan.
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were just discussing your encounter with the Archon.
There was no time to save both. I had to make a decision.
Such is the burden of leadership. Nevertheless, it is good to see Arch Parchero reunited with the Nexus.
Yet I have to question what we've gained, provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian. Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
This is how we beat them. The Archon doesn't know how to bring Meridian online. He can't control the technology. I can.
Vaults, maybe. We don't know if Meridian works the same way. And attacking the Ket, only to find out you're wrong?
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I can't support your plan, Ryder.
Then I will.
And so will I.
I agree.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
What's the matter, Tan? Don't want anyone else overshadowing you?
It's not called the Pathfinder Initiative. The chain of command has to be respected. That is all.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way.
Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They said your sister is awake.
What?
Go. We'll talk later. In the tech lab.
Sarah,
Scott.
bring it here. Man, it's good to finally see you.
It's good to see anything. I was starting to think I'd never wake up.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
There's nothing anyone could have done. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad you did. It gave me time to let it sink in. I'll miss him. But I also know he'd be the first to say, get over it, and get on with it already.
Oh, there's been plenty of that.
So I hear, Mr. Pathfinder.
Not by choice.
From the sounds of it, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Careful.
No way are you fit for duty, miss. That stubborn skull of yours needs a chance to heal.
Says who?
Just for once, take it easy, will you? There'll still be plenty of mountains left to climb when you wake up.
Oh, better leave the tallest one for me.
If you two want to catch up some more, that's fine, but no getting out of bed.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Rix. We have some ideas about Meridian. Come by the tech lab as soon as possible.
Will do.
Before we do that, let's talk with Sarah some more.
Hey.
You're probably wondering how things have been going.
Yeah, feeling a little out of it. I know you're Pathfinder, but not much else. Did they make you president of the universe, too?
Well, the big vote is tomorrow, and I'm here to make sure every comatose patient has their say. Vote Ryder.
Ha ha. So what have you really been up to?
In a nutshell, we found an alien terraforming network that spans the cluster. We're going to reactivate it at some place called Meridian.
Wow. That all?
Nope. There's also a race of aliens called Ket that wants to turn all of us into them, and their leader, a guy named Archon, wants me dead.
Right. Maybe taking a long nap wasn't so bad.
Feeling homesick at all?
Well, all I've seen so far is this med bay. We could still be on Earth for all I know. But yeah, before we went into stasis, I was missing my life. Or at least, the idea of it.
What was wrong with how things really were?
Well, Mom was gone. I'm not sure I'll ever fill the hole she left. And Dad, it hurt him more than he let on. Plus, his research on Sam was illegal as hell. He was trying to save her, and maybe the Initiative looked the other way, but the Alliance didn't. After they discharged him, whenever people found out I was his daughter, door slammed in my face. Being Alec Ryder's kids in the Milky Way, we were in for a lifetime of dreams that were never going to happen.
Which part do you miss most?
Looking for Prothean artifacts. My team was a special exoarchaeology unit, fully funded and sanctioned by the Alliance. My job, as in they paid me to do it, was to help dig up more artifacts and learn whatever we could from them. If things hadn't gone sour, it would have been a great life.
I thought maybe we could talk about Mom and Dad.
What about them?
Thought you might want to know how Dad died.
I've been wondering.
First planet we landed on. There was an atmosphere processor. It was malfunctioning. Dad managed to power it down. Saved us all. But there was an accident. My helmet broke. I couldn't breathe. And then Dad gave me his.
He sacrificed himself.
Only one of us could make it. And he didn't hesitate. He was a hero.
I remember the stories about Dad being an N7. The things people said he did in the military. I guess it was true.
You should have seen him in action. He was incredible.
Good. That's how I'll remember him then.
What do you remember about how they met?
As Mom tells it, he was doing his N7 training on Earth. She was a scientist working on biotic implants. He was trying real hard to pull off a bad boy in uniform thing. And failing. But she thought it was charming and struck up a conversation. Dad mostly just grunted. She finally had to ask him out.
Our dad, the ladies' man.
Then he went off to fight the First Contact War. When that was over, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
What do you remember about Mom's biotic research?
That was back when biotic abilities were a total mystery. She was a pioneer, helping people cope by designing implants. It's what made her sick, though. People got all sorts of weird diseases from ESO exposure.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
giant space city filled with every kind of alien you could imagine. I remember trying to play hide and seek with some Hanar. It was no fair because they could float. Looking back, it's probably why I'm here. I saw how mind-bogglingly enormous the universe really is.
You still think about Mom?
When I woke up, I forgot she was dead for a second. I looked around for her, then I remembered.
Dad talked about her before we left on our first mission.
He didn't show it, but he never stopped thinking about her. He wasn't the same after she was gone.
At least they're together now. You should know, Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
How do you mean?
First off, Sam's a lot smarter than he let on. Also, his connection to Dad, and now me, is way more powerful than the other Sams.
I never knew that. What was Dad up to?
Dad encrypted memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You, me, and Mom.
You saw her?
In the hospital, the day she passed away. And at that reunion dinner she twisted our arms on.
Right. Awkward.
And something else. Dad meeting with a benefactor back in the Milky Way. Some initiative power broker I'd never heard of.
Me either. Weird.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what it all means. Well, I should let you rest up.
Yeah, only way to recover from a coma is getting more sleep.
It won't be much longer.
At least take some pictures of Meridian for me. I can pretend I was there.
I wonder if she becomes another partner that we can have. Probably not, but in any event. Okay, so our next thing is we need to discuss our options with the other Pathfinders, which is interesting. But before we do that, we're actually going to head back to operations because we can now talk to Director Tan about this mysterious benefactor because, to be honest, I'm actually kind of curious to see who this benefactor is. Because as far as now, this is my limited knowledge of the Andromeda, well, not Andromeda universe, the Mass Effect universe. And the only real rich person that I knew of that could bankroll anything was Cerberus. But they pretty much bankrolled it into Shepard into the Lazarus Project. But don't know.
Kadara is dangerous. The exiles are dangerous. Stay away from Kadara. I cannot stress this enough.
This is HNS.
Don't go to Kadara. Don't go to Kadara. I think you need to be voted out of office. You are...
How are things going with Ark Lucinia?
The Asari seem happy just to be alive, but the Nexus is running out of places to put them.
I know. The outposts can't come fast enough.
What do we do in the meantime?
Would they be willing to go back into stasis?
After what they've been through? You get to ask them.
I see your point. Just double them up in whatever quarters we have.
Easier said than done.
Ryder, I trust there are no hard feelings. As tempting as Meridian may be, caution must guide us.
Director, it's my job as Pathfinder to take risks. Meridian is our chance to find a home. What else matters?
Avoiding wholesale slaughter at the hands of the Ket, for one.
That could happen anyway. It's worth the risk.
The leadership disagrees. That's our final word. Did you have some other business?
I'm curious. What do you know about the people who backed the initiative?
What everyone knows. Jean Garson was the founder and visionary. Unfortunately, she died on the Nexus during the Scourge disaster.
Is there anyone else?
I would almost welcome them. A voice to silence the rabble. Then Kesh might listen. But no, we're alone. Why do you ask?
I have information that suggests Garson wasn't the only one.
What sort of information?
It's complicated, but there was a silent partner. A benefactor.
Even if that were true, we've been here 14 months with no sign of them. This partner is either a phantom, missing, or dead. Nope, Jean Garson was the beacon. A sad end to someone of such stature. Dying alone.
Oh?
It was chaos. By the time they found her, she was already dead, succumbed to her injuries.
That's some kind of luck. Dying after a 600-year trip she organized personally?
No one ever said fate is kind. If you're suggesting something else happened, Ryder, I'd rather you didn't. Let's not add to the confusion.
Thank you for your time.
Well,
Ryder, if you wish to pursue this further, accessing Nexus security records may reveal more information.
oh yes, we are gonna investigate this. You have piqued my interest, Tan. Yeah, at first I thought he was like, okay, you know, he's a necessary evil, but nope. He is a straight-on jerk now. Pretty much all Solarians are in one form or another, but some of them are likable.
What are we looking for, Sam?
Any information relating to Gene Garson's death.
Let's see, missing persons. The Andromeda Initiative founder, Gene Garson, has been reported missing. She was last seen the emergency stasis revival that occurred after the Scourge encounter. Okay.
The only hard fact is that her body was found in one of the apartments.
Then connecting her death to the Scourge disaster was mere speculation.
Yeah, they just wanted this to go away. I think we need to check out that apartment.
Environmental data will allow us to reconstruct the scene.
Oh, the mystery is afoot. Yes, we are going to find out this mystery. Okay, so where do we need to go in order to investigate this mystery? Do we need to go up here? Nope, we need to go down. Reverse, reverse. Okay, so if we need to go to an apartment, is it like one of those really crappy apartments on the docks like Phoebe had? It's like, granted, you know, any apartment anywhere is probably good, but I'd rather take my quarters on the Tempest compared to an apartment down here. I mean, I can take my apartment anywhere on the Tempest. Anyways. But this is interesting. So the leader of the Andromeda Initiative, the Visionary, is dead. Kind of interesting. And yeah, Tan should know. It's like, Ryder, just leave this alone. It's like, where did Ryder go? He went to investigate the apartment murder, didn't he? Yep. Oh, this is definitely going to go well. Actually, these apartments aren't that bad. At least on, like, the second and third floors. What? Is it here? Open Sesame. Or
The
not.
Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
Okay, why did you just say that?
This is where Gene Garson's body was discovered.
What are we looking for?
If you scan the room, environmental data may allow for scene recreation.
There. This was no accident. She was murdered.
As this incident occurred over a year ago, her killer is likely far away by now.
Yeah. But, wait. This whole area was shuttered back then. Didn't open until the Hyperion arrived. So what was Garson even doing here?
Perhaps a further scan of the room is in order.
That's actually an interesting point. Because if that's the case... Okay, I don't... Hello?
What do we have here?
Let's see, entry 1.1. In 2179, once mentioned, a storm is coming, said evidence was clear, meaning Andromeda. Why? Hyperion, still no contact. Where is Alec? Did they get him too? Okay.
This is Gian Garson. I don't have much time. I've been hiding in the sealed-off sections of the Nexus since we got here. Someone's trying to kill me. And now I can hear them down in the hydroponics area. They're coming. I've embedded what I know in my VI in the Cultural Center. This log has the code. And whatever happens... Oh god, they're outside the door.
Wow, this is some serious shit.
Yes, deeply troubling. I have the code she mentioned for the VI kiosk.
Well, let's go check this out. This is what, our third mystery in this game? Well, as the old saying goes, the plot thickens. Charlie, her! What do we got? Let me in. We have a murder mystery to solve. Let me in, damn it.
Welcome. Hello there, neighbor. I'm Gian Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
You know, considering that this is right here in the Cultural Center and doing the code may not be the best idea because, like, everyone's going to hear it, but anyway.
Sam, can we hear that message Garson talked about?
Unlocking it now. Rerouting to our private channel.
For years, there was a silent partner involved with the initiative. The truth is, I was running out of money. Then a benefactor stepped in. I didn't ask questions. I never met them face to face. That was a mistake. I lied to everyone. Something big spooked them in the Milky Way, and now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for the good, but I have my doubts. And now I think they're going to remove me. Alec Ryder and I had a code word for this. Fulcrum. He may have learned more.
What did that mean? Something big in the Milky Way?
Perhaps the answer is in your father's final locked memory. It is now available to view in Sam Node.
Let's go check that out.
The plot thickens. Now, the only reason I can think about that they discovered something was possibly about the Reapers showing up in that universe, which is the reason why they moved so many of us away, but I don't know what else it could be. Yeah, it was just because when this expedition left, it left between the events of 2 and 3, so they already knew that the Reapers were coming, right? Or at least the events of the first attack happened. I don't know exactly when this started in the timeline. I should look that up. But anyways, for now, let's go watch this final memory and try to see what this is all about and see if there's any other, like, readings that we can see or audio logs. Okay. Let's play this final memory and get an idea of what's going on.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it Gian Garson said? The code word is Fulcrum.
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel, Alec. I checked with my son Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
And?
He says the Council thinks Commander Shepard's story is bogus.
Uh-huh. But?
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
This threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word, something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you, and it's heaven. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
They will keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right,
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam,
Yes, Pathfinder?
track down my kids. Tell them their old man needs to talk. It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is right. Sam, transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease until a cure could be found.
Sam, this is the best news I've heard in a long time.
It is indeed cause for optimism, although Alec did not want to raise hopes prematurely. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name, Elizabeth Riley.
So this was Dad's plan?
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Sarah could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Now we know what GN Garson meant, that something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers. According to Shepard's information, the Reapers invade the Milky Way every 50,000 years to destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reapers' return was imminent.
But why was GN Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the Benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good, but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was, or is, the Benefactor?
Unknown.
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
Okay, well, the plot definitely thickens, but before we do that, let's go find the quarters and see what these other information packets that are on the system.
Logs.
Yep. Milky Way emergency.
Just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comms for any signals from the Milky Way. Looks like sometime in 2186. Everything went to hell. We got out just ahead of it. Commander Shepard was right. So was our mysterious Benefactor.
This is Paladin Command to all Turian units within range. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian is dead. Ground units are searching for the next in succession. We'll advise when. Everybody get down!
Alliance personnel, please stand by for an emergency flash traffic message.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Stephen Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. I say again, Reaper attack is underway. Instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. May God save.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if you'll even receive this message, but we corresponded years ago. I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I don't know if your arcs made it out of the Milky Way, but the worst has happened here. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky Way as you knew them, could be gone forever. You may be all that's left. Please, don't forget us. Keep us alive in your hearts. And tell your children of the wonders that once were. On behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR2, this is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
Alec, this is GN Garson. For the record, year 2185. It's about Fulcrum, I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. Looks like you're already asleep. I'm very uncomfortable with our benefactor, and the fact that we still don't know who they are, and all these lives in our hands. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached Andromeda but have no sign of the Nexus. I have the same concerns as you. In all likelihood, the Milky Way... well, something terrible happened there. At least the benefactor spared us from that. But why keep hiding? Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now. I'm securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy, and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
Wow, that was a lot. But Liara to Sony? We got to hear about Liara, Garrus. Oh, wow. So, okay, yes, it did take place between 2 and 3. They left just before the Reapers arrived. Oh, wow. But it was interesting, the statements that they made, because in the initial character creation, you get to choose the history of whether Shepard is a male or a female. But I was listening to that entire conversation, and they did not, at any point, unless if I really missed it, mention that Shepard was a he or a she. I based it off of she just due to the Days Till series I did, but other than that, we haven't heard anything in regards to what the gender of Shepard is, but I have a feeling we're not going to hear anything more about it. The only annoying thing is we A, know the Reapers arrived, and B, that they were beginning to build the weapon. We do not know how it ends because, well, they kind of, in a lot of people's minds, messed up the ending. I'm kind of like a little iffy on it. It's more just kind of the fact of I like some of the ending choices, so I like that it can branch out, but it can kind of see how that's annoying too. Anyways, let's find dear old Mom. But wait, doesn't she technically still have the disease? I mean, how is she still alive?
There you are. What's going on?
Wait, how are you awake already? I mean, up.
Well, here's the pod you told me to find. What's so important about Elizabeth Riley?
If you could have one person back in your life, who would it be?
Mom? No question there. Wait a minute. Elizabeth Riley? The initials. E.R. Are you saying?
I saw Dad's last memory. E.R. is Ellen Ryder. He brought her along. Sarah, it's Mom.
Oh my god. How is this possible?
Dad loved her that much. He wouldn't give up. Not even at the bitter end.
For a man not given to rash action, his emotion drove his decisions in the end.
This is amazing. Dad's stubborn streak finally paid off. I could hug him. And then scream at him. He should have told us about this.
Dad was being Dad. I'm just glad she's still with us.
We have to wake her up.
That's inadvisable. Although Ellen is alive, reviving her would trigger the disease, which would prove fatal.
Can't we cure her, Sam? It's been 600 years.
That was your father's plan.
What do you mean?
Alec hoped that in Andromeda, we would discover new scientific insights that could provide answers. Our journeys in Helios have indeed provided valuable genetic knowledge, information that could lead to a cure. But patience is required. For the moment, enjoy the fact that she is still alive, and that your accomplishments will one day save her life.
Waking her up will be fun. Surprise, Mom, you're still alive. Dad put you on ice.
And, oh, almost forgot. You're in Andromeda now.
An unusual way to greet your mother, but I will defer to you. My original purpose was to ensure the survival of Ellen Ryder. It is a mission I hope the three of us will one day fulfill, together.
Well, that was... Wait, we can talk to Elizabeth Riley?
Hang in there, Mom. We missed you.
Okay then. Well, on that note, we're going to end the episode here. Wow, that was chock full of stuff. And, wow, I would almost say we're pretty close to the end of the game. I mean, we have no more allies and relationships, no more Helix assignments. I mean, we gotta be close now. Let's see. Yeah, if we go to Cora for a quick hot second. That sounded wrong. Let's see. What can we do here? Yeah, we don't care about that. Let's go ahead and upgrade you to the max of your abilities, max shields. Actually, let's go with that one, yeah. Okay, so Cora's completely upgraded. Nice. Jal, come on. Let's see, can we upgrade him? Yes, we can. I'm going to do this later off camera because it's going to take me a while to go through everybody. We definitely got Vetra. Drac is the only one that I know of that we have not done a loyalty quest for yet. And yeah, it's still locked, so... How are you supposed to open that? Well, in any event, guys, thank you so much for watching. When we get back together again, we will be continuing our quest to head to Meridian and possibly saving the Andromeda universe. And possibly the endgame at this point. I mean, there's probably maybe one more thing that we can do because, again, we haven't done Drac's loyalty quest. I don't know if I've missed it somehow. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this episode. When we get back together, we will be finding where Meridian is. Until then, see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.